Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the full power battle against Perfect Cell, and this is a obviously brand new full power battle. It is for the Z Power for Android 18 and it's a pretty straightforward event. Now, as you guys all know, there are 4 category teams you need to make for a full power battle. How a full power battle works is you select a bunch of units from your roster or from your own units, and you can obtain various prizes. In this case, that includes the new full power battle medal, which is obviously a new currency to earn to exchange for older characters, along with Z Power for Android 18, and of course some slot removers. The 4 categories you'll need to build teams for are Regeneration, Son Family, Extreme, and Cell Saga. And of course, event exclusive is always one of them. How the game mode works is essentially all 4 characters will attack the boss and will have to perform a variety of moves and combos to be able to whittle down their health. At certain points the boss will generate a shield and you're going to have to break that shield to be able to do damage. So yeah, pretty straightforward. In terms of the exchange shop, in terms of the rewards that you can get, if you go to the exchange shop, you basically just exchange for older Z Power, for older Fierce Fights, and promotional / event based characters. So like boot camp characters, or for example, like older Fierce Fight units. But you can also exchange for seed medals, and this is probably the most valuable portion of this. Being able to exchange for art score boost materials is pretty valuable, considering how new that function is. Now we have the 3 difficulties: normal, hard, and scream, and you get varying rewards on each, and you can also replay them to obtain full power battle medals. In terms of the effective battle bonus characters, you obviously want to use those if possible, but most of them are going to be new summonable units. In terms of pretty much everything else, we're going to build our teams here, or at least build or showcase which units we're going to use. The teams are usually just auto-selected, and I usually just auto-select the gear, at least for the normal difficulty. Usually you don't have to get too mechanical when it comes to the normal difficulty, but obviously that can change. So we're just going to select the characters here. It's very important that you select a friend comrade as well, because you need to make sure that you have basically a suitable option, and they provide quite a sizable boost. So the friend support, or the comrade, or whatever you want to call them, whatever they're called, they are actually a very big damage boost. Like, they're a very big power component. So try and make sure that you choose one for every single slot. It's very, very important, which is why it's important to have friends that are logging in and actually updating their friends, so that you can actually maximize for full power battle. Now, outside of that, that is basically it for the most part. There's not too much else you need in terms of preparation. The boost characters, the support boost characters that you choose, you want to make sure that those are fully leveled and fully soul boosted, as that's going to give you a sizable damage increase as well. So definitely something to be aware of. But again, outside of this, we are pretty much not really needing to focus on anything too crazy. Like I say, it's not anything too crazy. It's pretty standard. If you've done full power battle before, you should have pretty easy, simple time with this. So yeah, that is obviously setting up for Perfect Cell. Now all you have to do is select your combatant or combatant, and then you can enter the full power battle and take them on. And I'll talk about a couple tips for the actual full power battle itself. However, obviously if you're a veteran, you probably find these, you probably know about these. But yeah, basically how it works here is you're going to be taking on Cell. He's not going to have any shield or anything, etc., etc. And you're going to be having a pretty decent time against him. With Cell, or in terms of Cell, what you can do is basically save your all-out attacks, which are the blast cards and the strike cards that have the little glowing yellow white border. They also don't cost any key. You want to save those for his shield section. You also want to save your Rising Rush for the shield section as well. because you're going to use these to help break his shield. Now, if you're fortunate, you can break his shield without using the Rising Rush, which you'll see me do, but most times you're going to want to use it, and it's fine. That's what it's designed for. So yeah, also save some whatever blue cards you've got if possible. It does help out in terms of damage and should help you net out a little bit more. Obviously the goal is to get perfect in both the strike and the blast case scenario. The strike being a timing based move, and the blast obviously being, you know, tap 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 tap. So yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to break his shield without using your Rising Rush like I did. It doesn't make too much of a difference, though it is always nice to score that extra damage off the Rising Rush, which you'll obviously see us do here. And yeah, overall, pretty straightforward full power battle. Obviously, the big benefit is being that Z power for Android 18, which is obviously a pretty big gain. But you can also use the full power battle medals for a variety of rewards. So that's also something that's, you know, at least pretty cool. But outside of that, that is basically it. There's not really too much else to kind of discuss. So yeah, pretty much everything you need to know. If you do need any further tips or help or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Of course, I'll gladly help you out in the comments down below. But yeah, that is basically it. And we'll be doing the other difficulties as well as best we can. And I'll be posting them on the channel as well. But yeah, that is basically it for me. See you next time. Bye.